Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we spill tea left, right, and everywhere in between. In today's video, we are spilling the tea on Jake and Julia Rose's recent drama and a new tattoo, Jeff Wittek apologizing to bestie Ethan Klein, and KSI offering some advice to his brother via a rant video. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything new. Head over to the Hot Tea Twitter account where you can follow and send us any topics that you would like to hear about, including deep dive topics where we take a closer look at past drama and lost influencers. Get comfy and let's spill some tea. Jake Paul and Julia Rose have broken up and of course are publicly throwing some digs at each other. Jake and Julia got together just a couple of months after his split from Tana Mongeau in 2020, which was also super public, but in Jake's style, it didn't take him too long to move on. And it seems that history might be repeating itself. Julia and Jake were all loved up, and we even speculated around New Year's that there was an engagement on the horizon, but it seems that things may not have been all sunshine and peaches after all. Julia changed her Instagram name from Julia Rose Paul to Julia Rose for President, and she has removed some pictures of both herself and Jake, as I guess most people do after a breakup. She has, although, left some up and edited the captions, and people have noticed. One edited caption reads, "I wonder what the odds are that we elope." Apparently not very good. An article on page 6 says that an insider told them Jake is apparently devastated by the breakup and thought that Julia was really the one. And I actually believe that he did think that, but it's hard to take that seriously considering the recent drama between the two. So apparently the situation is that Jake had commented on a post of Julia saying, "Goddamn, you are so f***ing hot, it's ridiculous." To which Julia responded and tagged a couple of girls that Jake had allegedly cheated with. Julia commented, "Either of you want to claim him since you're so eager to post him? Prime example of why I broke up with him. Feel free to post more shit to make me feel better about my decision." As for the posts that Julia is referring to, I haven't been able to find those just yet. Someone was quick on the delete. A picture was posted of Jake's apparent new tattoo though, featuring one of the ladies Miss Julia tagged. Bit soon for that maybe, Jake? Are we still devastated or are we being petty now? Although on my research travels for this topic, I found some stuff on Julia that is pretty interesting. Did you know that she was arrested for modifying the LA Hollywood sign to Holly Boob? Julia and 5 other friends altered the infamous sign, apparently in protest of Julia's Instagram account being suspended. I read somewhere that Julia runs a digital magazine that's been described as a Playboy for millennials, which I believe is actually called Shag Mag. Anyway, Julia and her squad were arrested, and basically before they even made it down the hill, the new sign was up for about an hour before it was taken down. Also, in 2019, Julia and a friend got in trouble for flashing their boobs at Game 5 of the World Series, and this got a lot of attention. Even prankster Johnny Knoxville supposedly sent her praise for this. The game was paused until the girls were kicked out of the stadium. Anyway, Julia and Jake broke up once already, which was announced in a vlog on Logan's channel.
Hey, I'm Jake Paul, this is my boat. The boat's name is I'm hungover, depressed, and heartbroken because my girlfriend dumped me because I'm an idiot. Julia, if you're watching this, please take me back. Guys, if you're in a relationship, don't take what you have for granted.
Meanwhile, Julia started dating Harry Jowsey. Rumor has it Julia was just using Harry to get back with Jake, and Harry said to the Hollywood Fix that that was fine.
On with Julia, man. I saw that she posted she was hanging out with Jake.
Shit, it's crazy. That's how I found out she was cheating on me. So that's
wow.
pretty.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. If she has to use me to get back with someone that she is happy around, then that's fine.
Did he cheat on her?
What she told me she did, but fuck.
Anyway, just a quick backstory and catch up for you on Julia in case you weren't quite in the know. I can't help but wonder what Tana thinks about all of this. I know that it's been a while since her and Jake were even a thing, and there's been many a face tattooed greasy boy for Tana since then, but in my opinion, much as the marriage and everything was clout driven, I really think that Tana was in love with Jake. Speaking of Tana real quick, according to a Snapchat, she was editing a vlog, so can we be expecting that soon? Maybe, probably not, but who knows?
Typical nighttime routine of me editing a vlog, drinking a dizzy, Kyla wanting to kill herself, and Chris Miles getting a tattoo. Cheers.
Anyway, I find Julia Rose extra interesting now after doing a bit of research on her background, and my bet is that we'll be seeing more drama involving her in the future. And now let's talk about Jeff Wittek again, just for a second, as he graces our headlines again following an apparent apology to Ethan Klein. Last week, if you remember, Jeff Wittek had his friend Cody on his podcast, and Ethan Klein reacted to that video but made a lot of jokes towards Cody. Well, Cody didn't take that very well and made his way into Ethan's neighborhood, being a gated community, and posted some threatening videos of Ethan's home and car. Oh, and it actually turns out that this might have happened before Ethan even made any jokes, but anyway, moving to today. Ethan mentions on his Off the Rails podcast that Jeff called and apologized to him and said that Ethan has nothing to worry about and that it certainly won't happen again. This seemed to ease Ethan a little, as he said that he was rather paranoid about that situation, which is completely understandable. Ethan being Ethan, of course, he still pokes fun at Jeff and uses a soprano type shtick when referring to him often, but maybe he understands that Jeff can take a joke a little bit better. In my opinion, Ethan still seems to want to be there for Jeff and possibly even be friends. I noticed later in the episode of the Off the Rails that Ethan mentions helping Jeff with the legal stuff against David again, so that might still be on the table after all. Ethan talks a little bit about the David podcast situation, which we covered on the Hot Tea channel already, so I'll link that and you can catch up afterwards if you missed it. But Ethan and his team do somewhat of a breakdown of what was said. Ethan says that it's a bit silly for Jason to have thought that Jeff would have liked that podcast, saying as how they basically blamed Jeff for everything. Ethan also says that Trisha stole Jason's laugh.
Do you see the resemblance?
Maybe I'm wrong.
And I think Trisha's still laughing like Jason. Cody's identical! If I'm Moses, I'm saying, girl, you gotta drop the laugh. Just saying.
Anyways, that's not important. I won't go through the whole podcast episode as we did cover that yesterday and it's cold tea by now, but there was a very specific, interesting point that was brought up that I would like to mention, and that involves Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat made a documentary about David Dobrik, and apparently it really exposes him. Casey and David were very close at one point, and Casey was also a fan, saying once that David was his favorite creator. So this kind of paints a picture of Casey being a voice that can be relatively trusted when anything slightly negative is said about David. You know what I mean? Like, seeing as how Casey's a big fan and has spoken so highly of David, for him to even mention anything partially negative is surprising, and I would be more inclined to believe it coming from him. This documentary turned into something very critical, despite it having started as somewhat of a favorable piece towards David. The synopsis for this documentary reads: the documentary will be streamed soon at a film festival. Ethan seems to think that David is very nervous about this documentary, and possibly this is why he's all of a sudden making this podcast and addressing issues that he has ignored for years.
All of a sudden, the guy wants to talk about everything, you know? When Casey Neistat has basically gone against the family. You never go against the family, Casey.
The online screening will be available on the 13th of March. Off the Rails mentioned that the comments on David's podcast video were possibly gone through by someone on David's team, as they were apparently rather positive towards David. I had a look and that's not really the case, but out of curiosity, I thought I would check out Jeff's comment section on the topic, and he has a lot of support in there, and that's great. David's podcast episode was very much set up to break down everything Jeff has said, and it was all done in a tone of David being both sorry and a victim as well, which is a little brutal considering this is the first time anything has come out of his mouth about the situation. I don't know, but I would love to see your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section down below. Let's discuss. And let's move on to the current KSI and Deji drama. There has been plenty of family drama on and offline between these two in the past, including back and forth diss tracks, fights, sharing of private conversations, getting kicked out of residence, and lots of loss of followers and hate messages. Deji even shared a screenshot of KSI's bank account in one of the diss track videos, which was met with quite a bit of disappointment, of course. But recently, KSI spoke about his brother's recent loss during a fight with Alex Wasabi and posted a video breaking down his analysis of the event. KSI says that it's clear Deji doesn't watch boxing and criticizes his moves and techniques throughout the video that he posted. KSI tears apart Alex Wasabi during this video as well, which he has talked about in the past, past and is clearly not the biggest fan of. KSI says that his brother should have won this fight, but can't be surprised that he didn't, considering that he was just dodging punches the entire time while also throwing no hits. KSI pokes fun at Deji, saying that he was fighting better when he was fat and that Alex Wasabi is a joke, but he somehow made him look good during this fight. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Are you KSI fans at all? Could this be some form of brotherly love and maybe KSI is just expecting more from Deji? What do you think about a deep dive on all of the past tea between these two? Let's talk about that in the comments as well. And for now, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss out on any new uploads, as we do post new videos every single day. And let's share some eye bleach together. Enjoy the rest of our day until we spill some more tea tomorrow.